This is the Blitz Defense Blink EOTECH ARD. If you want something from Infinite Defense, Matthews Fabrication, or Hot Munitions, use my discount code. So what is this thing on the front of my EOTECH here? It is an ARD, also known as an anti-reflection device, also known as a Killflash. They kill flashes from emitting from your optic, or at least they try to kill the flash. They mitigate it a lot more than it would if you didn't have one on there. You see them come with a handful of optics like SIG optics, maybe even aimpoint optics, I'm not sure. They do not come with EOTECHs, but you are able to purchase a Killflash for almost any type of optic. Everyone has a 3D printer nowadays, and they're able to make a pretty well-constructed device that goes over your optic. Now, speaking of constructed, this is made from a carbon fiber nylon. I'm not sure what that means because I have no idea about anything about 3D printing. But I can tell you the price. It is $37, which is fairly middle of the road for a lot of the ones on the market for the EOTECH. I believe there's some out there for $30, there's some out there for $50, $55. This one sits around right in the middle, around $37. Now, like I said, it is an ARD, anti-reflection device, meaning any outside source of light that hits this glass. As we know, glass likes to reflect things, and this will, due to the construction of it and the thickness, I don't know how exactly it works, but it doesn't allow light to go straight in and come straight out as easily, I guess you would say. Similar to a sunshade that you can put over magnified optics. I mean, even non-magnified optics, but you see them a lot more on magnified optics, where they just jut out a little more from the objective lens of the optic, and it doesn't allow the sun to go straight in and come straight out unless it's like, directly into the glass. Now, about reflections, the EOTECH, I have read, does have an anti-reflection coating on the glass. I'm not sure how well it works. I'm not sure if it's even 100% true. Who knows? I'm not saying it's not. I just haven't tested it. I haven't gone out in the field and shined a light and tried to see if I can see a reflection, But I know a number of optics that don't have that. So you may be thinking, what are the practical applications for this? I just shoot on the range. I'm just a civilian. I'm not going out and hunting people or animals. Why would I get this? You may not need to. This is not a thing for everyone. Quite frankly, spoiler, it's probably not even for me. I probably won't even get this for my other EOTECHs or anything. Not because I think it's a bad product. It's a very well-constructed product, and it has very specific use cases. But those specific use cases do not really fit into my use cases. Like I said, I'm not hunting people or animals. If you are hunting people or animals, you could probably make great use of this. I'm sure there's a shitload of smart elk out there that will see a bright flashing thing and probably look straight at you or just run. I don't know. Same thing goes for people. If you are stalking them or doing whatever or waiting in a bush, who knows what you're doing, and they see a shiny object, they know that that's not a part of the trees and grass and stuff like that. So they're probably going to see you immediately. Now, you're probably thinking there's no downsides, right? Well, there kind of is. It does darken your image through your optics. So if you are shooting, in a darker day or something like that, or obviously going into night, whatever you see through your optic is going to be darker. Now, some of you that train a lot, some of you that shoot a lot are going to say, you shouldn't be looking through your optic anyways. You should be looking past it. And your other eye, if you're shooting with both eyes open, like everyone should be, that won't be an issue because you can completely cover your objective lens and see exactly where your reticle is and what it's pointing at, and you'll have no issues. But if you are looking through an optic, say a magnified optic, that's where seeing down your optic really matters. And making this darker and making it a little harder to see downrange is a bit of a downside that it comes with. But if you're just shooting on the range, if you're just a measly guy like me that likes to train and be proficient with all of his firearms, it probably won't be an issue for you. If you put this on, you're not going to be like, oh, this is too dark or something like that. So for me, on an unmagnified optic, I really don't see the application for this, practical application for me using this as a civilian. Not saying it's bad, not saying no one should use it. I'm just saying, if you're exactly like me, maybe you don't want to spend almost 40 bucks to get it and put a piece of plastic on your rifle and call it good. You know what I mean? But also, if you want this just because you want it, get it. Don't let a person who doesn't understand why they would use it tell you why you shouldn't use it. If you want to do something, just do it. As long as you're not hurting people or things for no particular reason, do whatever you want to do. So long story short, the Blitz Defense Blink EOTECH ARD is a fantastic product. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. If you need it, get it. If you don't need it, get it. If you don't need it, don't get it. And if you don't need it, no. And if you need it, don't get it. As always, I'll see you on the other side.